Hello everyone, my name is Omosivie Maduka and I'm your Quali-Health doctor. This series is on mental health, and today's episode will be looking at understanding substance abuse. So mental health issues are very strongly linked with substance abuse. When we talk about substance abuse, we're talking about any illicit drug or any other substance like alcohol, for example, which is taken to cause mind or mood altering manifestations. So the thing about it is that anybody in any age group and any category of persons, any sex, can abuse different substances. But it's particularly worrisome that our young people are actually in the forefront of substance abuse. There are so many different drugs or substances that people use and abuse over the time. Let's mention a few of them. Alcohol, marijuana, very commonly abused. Other names are Indian hemp or weed. There's also nicotine. Nicotine is the active ingredient in cigarettes, like many of you know. And there's a lot of young people are increasingly getting hooked on nicotine addiction because of cigarettes. You also have opioids. Opioids are pain relief, very strong pain relief medication that people can abuse if they take in excess of the recommended doses. So the recent codeine challenges that we are having in the country, where people take cough syrup that has codeine. Codeine is an opioid. Tramadol is another example. Morphine is another example. These are drugs that are taken. You also have substance abuse from use of hallucinogens, also amphetamines. The list goes on and on. Interestingly, people can even abuse things that are not drugs. For example, there are people who inhale gasoline, inhale petrol, inhale glue. And these are the things that they take to make them get to a state of altered consciousness, a mood change, a high, and it's commonly done among young people. We will look more at some of the ways people take these drugs. People drink cough syrup with codeine in bottles. People take high doses of tramadol or codeine or any other opioid. People melt or mix these things in drinks, even soft drinks or sodas. People cook it and put it in food. And so it becomes more and more dangerous and difficult to tell whether you actually are taking a drug or not. So a young person can walk into a room where food is being served and join and eat and not know that he's taking drugs, or go to a party and take a drink that is offered, not knowing that things have been slipped into that drink and melted. And so we need to realize that these substances lead to what we call dependence. Dependence on any substance means that the body has become so used to it that it can't function properly without it. And so you have dependence leads to addiction. Addiction is the repeated use of that particular drug or substance just because there is a withdrawal symptom. Withdrawal symptoms mean that when the drug or the substance is not available, as at when the body craves for it, body goes into all manner of negative reactions, and sometimes the person feels he's actually going to die. These are very strong things that happen when people abuse drugs and other substances. Please, it's important that we realize that substance abuse is linked to mental illness. It is dangerous, it is deadly, and we need to start to make a lot of noise about it and tell our young people especially, don't do drugs. Drugs will literally ruin your life. So before we end today's episode, I'd like to read to you from Proverbs chapter 21, verse 11. When someone who is conceited gets his punishment, even an unthinking person learns a lesson. One who is wise will learn from what he is taught. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to these videos. I'll see you next time.